Okay, so in lesson 3, we're really not learning anything new that we didn't learn in lesson 2. We're solving inequalities, but it's going to be multi-step. And so that just means that you might have something like this. You might have 3x plus, let's see, 2 is less than 17. And so there's more than one step that it takes to solve, but it's just like any other equation that you would solve is you say, what's happening to x? You use PEMDAS backwards. And so the first thing we're going to do is subtract 2 from each side, and that would leave us with 3x less than 15. And then we would divide each side by 3, and we would get x is less than 5. And so we've already learned how to graph those. The only other thing that I want to work on today, hang on one second while I pause this. Okay, sorry about that. I had to get my towel. So the only other thing that I want to talk about today is that there is a difference between x less than or equal to 15 and x, less than 16. Okay, so if you were to come up with one of these two things as a solution, for a problem, so maybe it's how much money you need or something like that to buy an item that you want at the store, right? So you're trying to buy, maybe you're trying to go out to eat and you need $15 or something like that. Okay, this top one says that there's 15, here's 14, and here's 16. And so it's saying that you could have 15 or less. Now this one down here is saying that here's 16, here's 15, and here's 17. And this one is saying that you could have, not including 16, but you could have anything less than 16. Now as you notice, like 14 and 13 and all those numbers are over here, and that's part of each solution. Okay, but this one has, and I want you to think about this, does this one have more or less numbers as a solution than this one has? So maybe pause the video and think about that for just 1 second. Okay, this bottom one actually has more solutions to it than the top one does. Because down here, 15 and a half, that's part of the shaded line, right? 15 and 3/4, everything all the way up to just before 16. This one here, it's 15 or less. Not 15 and a half, not 15 and 3/4, not 15 and 1/4. 15 or less. This one could be all the way up to anything just before 16. So it's including all those fractions and decimals in between 15 and 16. Okay, so there is a difference. So if I said that you needed, for instance, you needed $15 for something or less, then you would choose this, because this one says that you need maybe as much as almost $16. Okay, so you got to be very careful when you're choosing which one is going to be your answer or which graph would be your answer to a question. Okay, and that's it for lesson 3.